Hi guys, I'm Steex Audio Video Production. Today I'm gonna show you the new plugin from Blackstar, official plugin of ST.James amplifier. I already tested the real amplifier, so I can tell you if the plugin sounds great or not and where there are maybe some improvement to do. I tested the EL34 version, so the version for clean, plexi and hard rock sound. If you want to see the test in depth of the real amplifier, you have here the link in the corner. Today I'm gonna focus only on the plugin. So without further ado, let's jump into my desktop. So as you can see, this is the plugin. It's really simple to use and really super intuitive, and it's really simple to get really great sounds. This is the most important thing when you use plugin, because you don't want to waste too much time. Okay, how is the GUI? So let's start from the bottom, because here you can see the signal flow. As you can see, you have the input, the output, so you can manage this, and it's great because you can see here the meter. The meters are really precise, so you can see if you are clipping or not, and so on and so forth. Then you have the gate, overall gate, really welcome, mono or stereo. Then you have the pre-effects, amplifier, cabinet, post effects, and post equalization. As usual, here you can see the amplifier. And as you can see, you can change the amplifier from the EL34 version. I like also the looking because it's really like the real looking. And when I try out this amplifier, I really fell in love because I really like how it sounds. You can really get a Plexi sound, which I'm a fan of Plexi sound, and that's it. So you have the two different amplifier. As you can see, one very important feature that I love about this plugin is that you can use basically on the fly two different amplifiers in two different settings, because when I change to EL34, as you can see, it's changing also the settings, and when I change to the L6, it's changing again the settings. So you can save double settings and use on the fly one amplifier for a different setting, the second amplifier on a different settings on the fly. So this is a great approach in my opinion. But I'll tell you in a moment that there is a huge but, maybe two or three but let's go in order. So above you can see the presets. I've made 3 different presets that I'll show you in a moment for this review. And if you want these 3 presets, if you are a member of my YouTube channel, you can download in the community section for free. Then you have your favorite Blackstar, lots of presets here, and then you have the Blackstar amp tones and other presets here. Let me say that it's the first time that I try out a plugin with really cool stock presets. Usually I don't like the stock presets and I have to tweak and I have to use impulse responses to get really great tones. But here, let me say, you don't have impulse responses. And this is the first but. You have to use the stock Blackstar, official Blackstar cabinet with some really tiny adjustment of the microphone. But let's go again in order. So let's start from the pre-effects. As you can see here from the pre-effects, you have the common compressor for clean tones, drive. This drive is great because you can tweak between tube screamer and general overdrive, and it sounds really great as overdrive. Chorus and phaser. Then the amplifier section that you already seen, so you can tweak between EL34 and 606. The cabinet section, you can use double cabinet together, and this is the reason why you can use this plugin as stereo. So you have double cabinet here. On the left I have one cabinet. You can tweak the cabinet 1, and as you can see, you can choose between some 1x12 combo, some 2x12. All are official by Blackstar, and I think they sound really great. The pity is that here you have only some microphone and you cannot tweak the position of the microphone. You can tweak only on axis and off axis. But let me say, this tweak will change a lot the sound, okay? So it's really important to tweak axis, off axis or on axis, while on other plugins does not change so much, and I appreciate this behavior. You can also change the room and here the second cabinet. Then after the cabinet section you have the post effects flanger, which sound really great. I show you this in my clean presets: a tremolo, a delay and a reverb. I really like this reverb. You can really get long reverb, like mostly infinite reverb, and I really like it. And finally, the equalization. This equalization is really helping you to shape your sound. You have the low cut, high cut and some parametric curve, and you can also bypass which basically band you want. And here you have this box that basically is an information box. When you change something, when you move, as you can see, is changing here. It's telling me the amount that I'm moving, and I don't like this GUI because I prefer to have here, when I move a knob, I see basically the knob, and I want to see here my tiny movement, maybe with a pop-up screen that is telling me, oh, you are cutting on 100 and so on and so forth. So I don't want to see every time in that box. But let's listen to some sounds. So let me show you. This is the Mac Chug, and this is the preset that I've prepared for you, that you already listened in the intro. It's basically a Chug tones if you basically bypass the post EQ. I think it sounds really great, really organic, and it feels like a real tube amplifier. I've made this with the 606 version. As you can see, I used pre-effects with drive to push the amplifier without the drive. It's a really versatile amplifier in my opinion. With the drive, and as cabinet, I've used these two cabinets without any room, of course. With the one really cool feature is that when you choose a cabinet, here you can see this star, basically is the logo of Blackstar, and there is the recommended microphone per each cabinet, as you can see. So I think this is the most iconic sound that you can get with that specific speaker and that specific cabinet. And when you go to the microphone here, you can see the same star. And I've tested different microphones, and sometimes it's better to choose the recommended. Some others, maybe you want a different sound. So this is also a really cool feature in my opinion. Let's play something. Pretty long reverb. Let's engage maybe some delay. Okay, you can place also the delay wide, so it's in stereo. Okay, or ping pong. You can also add some saturation. Yeah. And maybe may put it with a darker sound. Okay. I really like. Let's listen some stock presets, then I'll show you my own preset. You can also use this with acoustic. Ooh. Okay, let me show you my preset. Let's start with the clean. And here you can really listen lovely clean sound. So here I've used as prefix the compressor, which really helps you to keep the guitar really alive without. And this is in the slow position. You can also use it fast if you make some funky. Then I've used the chorus to listen more in stereo without the chorus. With chorus. It's lovely. And you have also some phaser. Without the phaser. With the phaser. It's giving me the effect, this type of effect. As amplifier, I've used the Blackstar in clean because I've listened that it's more clear like sound of amplifier. If I use the ST.James, basically I've placed the same kind of settings. Maybe it's too loud. It's more focused on the upper mids, this amplifier. Then as cabinet, you can choose whatever you like the most. And as post effects, I've used the delay in ping pong, bright, and this very long reverb. And you can listen this flanger without flanger. And the tremolo helps me to move basically everything. Without the tremolo, with the tremolo. It's subtle, but I really like the overall sound. Wow. Let's move now to the Plexi. I've used, of course, the EL34 version, and basically a reverb, but really low mix, as you can see here. Because the most important reverb is the room here in the cab rig. Here I have this room, large and wide. I can emphasize it. Okay. Listen to the texture. It's amazing. And here I've pushed this amplifier with the drive, because without the drive it's a gentle Plexi, and I really like the sound of this amplifier alone. I love the real amplifier, and I love this recreation. Let me say, this is not a model of the real amplifier. Blackstar says that this is a design from scratch, okay? But I think that it should sound exactly the same like the real amplifier. And then I have my Mad Chug. Alright guys, so I think this plugin sounds really great, it's super simple to use, and it's super simple to have great tones. Now let's talk about the cons. First con, you don't have any impulse response. You cannot place your own impulse response. You have pretty limited cab selection, of course only the stock plugins from Blackstar, but I appreciate this decision from Blackstar. And also the microphones are really limited, so basically I think these are impulse response made by Blackstar of some specific position of this cabinet with this microphone, because you cannot tweak, you have only that specific sound. They sound great, but you are limited if you want to explore more. You can use external impulse response if you basically bypass everything, but you have also to bypass the post equalization and the EQ, and then you can use post impulse response if you use this in your DAW. But you will lose basically the possibility to use the post effects, which are really great in my opinion. The second con is that I don't like this kind of GUI using here the block, because basically I never look at this corner. When I move something, when I move here, I never go up and see -6.36. No, I see here. So I want a pop-up here, and this in my opinion has to be improved. The most important cons, the biggest cons, is that you don't have MIDI here, so you cannot use this plugin live if you want. You have to use this plugin only inside your 𝙠. You can program something inside your 𝙠. If you use backing track, you can program when maybe the amplifier should be switched, when maybe use other presets, because the presets are recalled pretty fast in my opinion. So basically instantly, but you have to use this inside your 𝙠 with basically some automation inside your 𝙠 if you want to use similar kind of behavior of MIDI. But if you want to change something on the fly during a live, you cannot, because there is no MIDI. But I think, and I hope that with a new update, this MIDI, this kind of GUI here on the block here, and the impulse response will be improved, I think, in my opinion, because I think this plugin is amazing, sounds amazing, and I appreciate that this plugin is all about Blackstar. I hope that Blackstar will improve this kind of behavior, let me say. Say that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate this new plugin. You have the link in the description to try out. You can try out 14 days free without any noise, as I'm try out basically now. I'm not sponsored by Blackstar, so I downloaded the free version. And if you are a member of my YouTube channel, you can download these 3 presets. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.